stiff leg deadlift. So not a Romanian deadlift, so not RDL from the top down here. We're going to go stiff leg deadlift from the bottom, lifting it from the floor. So more like a traditional deadlift, but with a more stiff legged setup. So if I show you with the track bar first, this would be my preferable way to perform it with the track bar, just because of where the handles are, and just also because most track bars will have this elevated handle here where we can grab it. So if our mobility is not the greatest, that higher handle helps that fact. So normal deadlift, I'm going to be coming down into something that resembles this. So on a track bar, I'll be here. On a flat bar, I might be a little bit more higher in the hip, flatter in the torso. But with the stiff leg variation, what I'm going to look to do is really take the knees out of the equation as much as possible. So I'm going to set up pretty high up with the hip. So you can see how almost here now my shoulders and my hips are almost on the same line. Shoulders still slightly higher, which is what you want. But I still need to be able to get that good lower back position. So I'm not sure if you can see with the colour of my t-shirt and the background that's going on there. But I don't want to be in this curved over position. Even though I'm in a straighter leg position, still need that flat back. So I would be chin packed, shoulders retracted, and then I would lift from there, squeeze the butt through, and then come down to the start again. Yeah, so from there, chin packed, shoulders retracted, and then we'd lift, send the hips through, and then reverse. So see how this stiff leg version is different to the more traditional variation. If, even with a trap bar and the higher handles, you still can't get to that position where, because you have to have quite a bit of flexibility in the hamstrings to be able to get into this almost 90-degree position in the hips, and still keep that flat back. If you still can't get to that, the handles on a higher trap bar handle, then you can prop the plates up. Get some bumper plates, anything that you've got handy at the gym, a Reebok step, whatever's necessary to close the gap so that you can get yourself, if our hamstrings are pretty tight, they might be up here. In which case, I'm going to need to prop that bar up another 4 or 5 inches to then be able to perform my stiff leg deadlift. So yes, so preferably trap bar. If you can't reach the bar handles with that higher hip position, then you will need to prop the bar up. Just show you on a straight bar. So it's a little harder to perform on a straight bar. More of the mobility, so this bar is lower than what those handles are on the track bar. So for me, it's a bit of a push to get all the way down to that. So that is tricky for me there. So it's only a light bar, so I'll just show you what it would look like. If I bring you a little closer, you'll see that my setup isn't as nice on this bar. So if I'm looking to get that flat back, high hip position, so my hands, that's where I would be able to normally reach the trap bar. If I go a little lower, you see how I'm having to round my back there to get to that? So I just about can get into position there, but it's unnecessarily uncomfortable. So if I was performing with a straight bar, I would definitely be propping up the two ends of the bar to bring it into that more comfortable range that I can just execute in a tidier manner. So stiff leg deadlift, not to be confused with the Romanian deadlift, which you would normally perform from the top, down and up. What I do want you to think about is that the stiff leg deadlift is basically the RDL, the Romanian deadlift, from the bottom up, not top down. So Romanian deadlift would be here, down, up. Stiff leg deadlift, same bottom position, but we're going up, down. Okay, so that's the stiff leg deadlift.